guys, it's Rick. I'm back for Pixi Dust Designs today, and we are going to be making some cute wolf-tastic cards using the Valentine's Puppy set, the Puppy Love pattern paper, and the bone box pixie cuts. So I have stamped out all my little puppies, and I'm going to color them up with my alcohol markers. I'm using Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend brush markers today, and I'm using the red-brown blend on this little puppy. I started out, I filled him in with my lightest color, and then I'm added in my shadow, and I'm going to blend that out with my mid-tone. And this little puppy, I have decided, since he's facing kind of towards the right, I'm keeping it, but his face is forward. I'm keeping the shadows on both sides. For this little puppy, I have used the no, it's not. I think it's red-gray blend. But since he is facing to the right, all of his shadows are going to be coming from the light's going to hit him from the left, so his darkest side is going to be the right-hand side. So I've added in those shadows, and I'm putting in the midtones at this point. And we are going to add in the lightest color and blend everything together. And then we will come back and work on his little sucker and all the other little elements. I've switched between different shades of brown and gray for all my little puppies. This one is the golden brown blend, I believe. Could be the earth brown. I'm not sure. I think it is. It's the earth brown. Sorry. So I'm going to put in his little shadow since he is facing to the right. His darkest side is going to be the right. I have most of my lights coming from the left-hand side on all my little images. So I'm just blending him out and adding in my little highlights now to blend everything together. And for the puppy under the box, we're going to do him like the first little puppy. This is the muted brown blend. And I am going to have since he has the little present top on his head, we are going to add that in. His shadow is he's mostly going to be in shadow on the top of his head. So I've got that all colored in now. And I moved on to the tan blend for this little puppy, holding the cute little heart balloon. And I'm just going to add in my darkest color. Anytime I use these markers, I start out with my lightest color and fill the entire thing in, and then go back and add the shadows and work light to dark. And then, light to dark. So I'm putting in the mid-tone at this point. It's just the medium tan blend, and then I'm going to blend that out with the light tan, and I think I do a little tip-to-tip work with this one because it helps it blend a little bit easier. So I'm coming back and I'm doing that same gray combination that I did on the second puppy, and it is if it wasn't moving so fast I could tell you. I know, yeah. Brown gray blend. So that's the one that we're using. It took me a minute to read it. I didn't write anything down, and I filmed this like a couple weeks ago. So I'm just blending that out now with my mid-tone, and I'm going to blend it out now with my lightest color. And again, I kept everything the same, and I'm going to come back and use some of those same colors to do the envelopes. And I'm going to add the little dark red in here just for the bow. I'm using a pink for the little envelope on this puppy because I did stamp him twice, just colored him different. And for the bow, I'm using a true blue. And same thing for the sucker, but I did come in with a pink and kind of do the little swirl, so it had a little purple. I'm doing a pink balloon. This is I think the bright pink magenta. This is the magenta blend for this little balloon. I thought it would be super cute for them to be holding that. Now I'm going to do that same color on the present to blend. And I started with the darkest and blended out. And I'm going to fill in the present that's not the ribbon with that same color combination, and just have the colors coming from the sides or the shadows. So the lightest part is going to be in the middle. So we're just going to blend that out with our mid-tone and then blend that out with our lightest color. And then I've come back with that true blue blend and did the ribbon and bow for this present. That way I have all my colors represented a couple times in the projects. And we're actually making 2 cards today instead of just 1. And they're super cute shaped cards, so I thought that would be super fun. These would be special for anyone that you have maybe someone that loves animals, or maybe you're doing these for a humane society or the animal shelter for a fundraiser. This would be super cute for that. So there's an idea for y'all. Now for the little stripe present, I just took 3 of the colors that I already used, the red, the pink, and the blue, and I've just added those into the stripes and then to the ribbon. And then I'm going to take and cut these out with the Maxine Pixie cuts. And we are going to make our cards. This is the outside, the top edge of the box. So I've got my card base folded, and I'm lining the die up where it's slightly over the edge of the fold. And same thing for the top folding card. I'm going to do that same thing. I've just got it slightly over the fold line. And then I ran both of them through my die cutting machine and cut those out. I did run them through twice to make sure they didn't cut. And I've cut out the pattern paper using the stitched bone that is the inside layer or the decorative layer for the bone box. I'm going to use that to decorate my cards. I just picked out 2 different patterns from the Puppy Love pattern paper pack. And I'm going to lay those onto my card. And I'm going to attach them. You could use whatever pattern you want, but if you have a directional pattern, make sure you cut it in the direction that you want it to go. Just a little word of advice there. So I've attached my designer series paper, or pattern paper, and you can see the cards open up perfectly fine. And now we're going to lay out our little puppies on our cards to kind of get our placement. I'm going to put 2 at the bottom of the top folding one and 1 at the side. I've added these puppies over here. I moved one over, the one with the little balloon. These will make fun little party invitations also. I'm going to pop back to the card for a second. I'm going to pop this one up to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'm going to pop this one up to give that a little bit more dimension. And I'm going to just attach this one right here with a little liquid glue. And I'm going to pull him up just a little bit. And I do have that extra little puppy, so I'm going to take her and put it at the top. And we're going to, all we have to do now is add our sentiment. It's super easy. So I'm going to cut my sentiment in half where I want it to go. Don't worry, you can always put it back together. I know I probably should have warned y'all that I was going to do stamp surgery, but I didn't. It's okay. Don't fret. I can stick it right back together. See, look. It goes right back together. I'm going to pick those up with a block, and I'm going to stamp the Possum Friend sentiment down twice where I can cut those, trim those out. And I'm just going to trim them with my paper trimmer. Just really close to the sentiment. So we're just going to keep trimming those down a little bit. I'm just adjusting where the sentiments are. And I just cut those off. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. And that way I can just attach them to the card. So I'm going to end up adding a little shadow layer to this one, and I just kind of traced around with my scissors and fuzzy cut that little shape. I just went around anywhere that the letter dipped. I just kind of followed the shape of the letters to get that out. You could also trace that if you wanted to and then cut it. For this one, I'm going to cut a fishtail banner, so I've cut up the center, and I've cut from the corner to the center on both sides. That way, and I don't know why, because I ended up tucking it under the sentiment anyway, so I did it on the wrong side, so I cut just a little bit of a smaller one under there. I'm going to add some liquid glue behind there, tuck it under my little puppy on that side, and then I'm going to add my second sentiment on the other one. I'm just going to add a little foam tape behind there. And then I'm going to peel that off and pop it onto the top of my card. Sorry, it's out of the screen. There's a look at both of my cards. And I think these would be super awesome after we add our final details with our gel pen to add our little highlights. But I think these would be super awesome as little birthday invitations or thank you cards for a birthday or anything like, or like I said, the Humane Society. I think that would be a super great fundraiser. And there are a look at my I'm going to add just a little bit of glitter. We're using a Aqua Shimmer Pen, not Aqua Shimmer Pen, Crystal, it's Spectrum Noir's overlay, clear overlay pen. That's what it's called. I had to think for a minute what it was called. So that finishes off my cards. We're going to open them up. There's a little look, and I will see you guys in the next video. There's a closer look at both cards. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Love you. Stay crafty.